Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map, and let's just do something fun. You know, I'm sitting here still in Croatia, and to be honest, yeah, I don't even know what to say because it's really good, but also I'm seriously kind of not feeling like doing much. I do kind of feel like I'm in the Seven of Coins, so I have quite a few ideas. I'm thinking like, what can I do to you know, maybe introduce some new readings into my website offering. So I'm thinking of doing maybe a live session for tarot and oracle readings. Right now you can get, you know, astrology session plus tarot and oracle reading, which is just more expensive because, yeah, you prepare for astrology beforehand as well, plus it's just so much more time consuming. But tarot and oracle reading live I thought would be awesome, maybe to even get to know, you know, little bit more people and just work differently rather than just recording. I always get good vibe of people, you know, when you work one-on-one, it's really cool. So I'm thinking about this. One of my beautiful clients asked me about Mary reading, like Mary inspired reading, and that really inspired me, so I'm kind of thinking about this as well. There's just, yeah, like ideas are bumping in my head, but they just not living anywhere, which is okay. It's just one of those cycles. I am doing a lot of work with ancestors right now, and that's also an interesting part of it, because the October, that's what I wanted to chat about, was under the, you know, like a call of my inner child work. So I've done this tarot for your inner child with Susanna Conway, and I have been using mostly these two decks. So tarot for the playful heart tarot, which is really such an amazing deck. I totally didn't, you know, kind of expect it, because I don't particularly usually like these childlike decks, but this deck is just so well made, and I love the artwork of Zara. I love the colors, and actually it's really smart. The little booklet is, it's really well written too, and it has, you know, every archetype has in a pickle, which would be more like a reversed, but it's really smart and fun. I really like it. I don't know if this book gets a lot of attention online, but it's really great. So yeah, these two decks, I played a lot with them in November, and just because, as I said, like the inner child work and this course forced me, and I'm still doing it, so I'm pulling a card from this deck every day. Sometimes I pull also a card, so usually it's the question like, what does my inner child want me to pay attention to, right, during the day. And sometimes I also pull a card which says, what does my inner child want, and also what does my inner child need. So this beautiful deck was definitely a highlight in October. Most of my like beginning of the course, I played with the Rainbow Heart Tarot as my inner child deck, because this one arrived later, and this is still one of my favorite tarot decks for readings for clients as well. People love it, and I love it, you know. So I have an interview with Rachel, the creator of, I think it's her, the creator of this deck, on my channel, and you can check it out. I love Rachel, and her deck is really great. So it's a nice rendition of Rider-Waite-Smith, which, you know, still is a little bit different too. It's not just the like copy of Pamela Smith art, which is cool, a bit more modern, and it has a lot of sacred kind of alchemical, I don't know, motifs in the cards as well. So this was a great deck to use in October for the inner child, but also for the readings that I do. So these two decks definitely belonged to my favorites. I really also enjoyed working. This was more like in a teenage deck, but I really enjoy this deck. I still like learn it, but I just really love how, you know, the cards look together. This is for me Mary Magdalene card. So it's such a great, you know, like impressive artwork. I'm sorry for the light. The light is a little bit sucky, but it's night already, and I hope you can still see how amazing this artwork is and how beautiful the color pop is. It's really great, and to get this color pop without lamination, yeah, I'm impressed. Even though this paper, you know, it's quite thick, but it's not easy to riffle shuffle, for example. It's more on this kind of papery side, but still the artwork is incredible. So the Painted Tarot, one of my favorite decks in October. Another one that I just, you know, love, and will be exploring for the next however long it takes, is the Story Medicine Tarot by Jessica Zinczyk, and also watch the interview with her. We talk about a lot of the cards, and we just speak about this deck, and Jessica shares how you can work with it, how you can work with first and the second part of this deck, with the Story Medicine and with the Animal Woman. And it's a strange in a sense, like very original, unique deck, you know, so it takes a long time to actually like get into it. It's a slower deck. It takes, you know, you can't pull too many cards. I'm still figuring out what's the best way for me to work with it. I want to actually offer like a special, you know, maybe for 10 people, a special reading just with this deck, and maybe like add, you know, 1 or 2 other decks to the reading, but mostly focus on this deck and the info from Animal Woman. But I'm figuring out like what do I want to do, so I'm like kind of exercising it on myself. I love this card. So yeah, maybe I will do that soon. But again, that's another idea that's like floating in my head. But maybe it's, yeah, sometimes it's just not the right time to move on, you know, to move forward. Sometimes it's okay to just plant the seeds and to sit with it and write down the ideas and not really move out with them. But this deck is amazing. Also writing down the dreams, the Red Seeds Oracle, another incredible October kind of end of October deck, and this one made its way to my favorite top of my favorite oracles, together with, you know, part 1 and 2. Linda has created 3 parts of this deck, so this is number 3, but I really love number 3 because it has you know, the virus card, and yeah, it's just a card of the now, and it has quotations of Marion Woodman, which are just great. So I'm always mixing tarot and oracle. If you don't know, I have creative tarot class on my website. If any of you hasn't done it yet, I highly recommend it. It's fun. Roses have been really closely kind of walk with this deck and learn from it, and also use it sometimes as, like, you know, I put water in the glass on the roses. So it's again another slow deck, and you get to learn with Sandy, and I always use the booklet as well, and she's got classes too. But it's a very unique and special and healing deck, so I often use the roses to, you know, kind of inspire myself. And another one of my very beautiful healing decks that I love and always kind of will be supporting Trisha's art is the Forest of Precious Twigs, and also her Wistar Oracle, which I mixed here. So the Wistar Oracle is the first oracle of Trisha, and then the Forest of Precious Twigs is the second one. So I just put them all together. But it is very haunting, very beautiful, and I love actually the text in the back. It's really healing, it's really amazing. And oh yeah, it's just such a gorgeous oracle deck. I love it. Very, very beautiful art. And I hope Trisha will create more decks so that we can enjoy it. But yeah, these two are definitely my favorite, like top of my favorite oracles. Another one that kind of arrived really in November, but or actually it was end of October, but because I'm using Oracle of Initiation all the time, but I just wanted to show you the new version, which I'm going to show in a separate video, but you can see the Oracle of Initiation review. This is just a luxe version, so it's a larger size deck. It's an Oracle deck by Melissa Lucia. You can see the interviews with Melissa, and you know, this deck is just one of my favorites. And there's a special edition, a luxe edition. First of all, the cards are large, so whoever wanted larger version will get larger version, but also the gate cards got changed and they have now images as well, which is awesome. So yeah, you're up for a treat. And I will show all of the cards in a separate video, but as I said, I'm using Oracle of Initiation all the time, and this is just another edition that I will show you because it's a special one, and the pre-orders have just opened up. The decks are in the States, I think, but they at customs, so Melissa is not 100% sure when they're going to be available, but it's sooner rather than later. So Oracle of Initiation, amazing, and luxe version. Another deck that was constantly at my side is of course Mysteries of Mary tarot deck. I use it very often just as one card pull, or if I need just like a prayer, you know. So Hetien is also just finished the Black Madonna deck as well, so there's lots of amazing stuff coming up from her, and I hope to get her on the interview before this year is over. If not, then maybe that will be the first interview in the new year, who knows. And my last deck that I really love and also use in the readings as, like, you know, often as a one card pull. I often ask clients to just tune into the image and just, you know, get a sense of what, without even reading anything, what the card might be saying. And I do the same, then I kind of give my impressions. I'm sure people watching the recorded video reading have their own impressions, and then also there is text, of course, and like a hint from the tarot as well. So, but I love this deck. This is a really gorgeous deck. The cards are huge, so this is even bigger than regular tarot, but yeah, it's really big. I think it's even bigger than Oracle of Initiation. Here it's wider. So anyway, this is a wonderful deck, and a great deck to practice intuitive readings, to practice readings with abstract decks if you're into something like that. This is always about stretching our stretching our intuition, stretching our ways of and comfort zones of how we read decks, and yeah, I think this is always fun thing to do. So these are the decks that I have been using a lot in October, my faves. And in November, well, I'm using mostly, well, I'm kind of drawn to Thoth deck again, so I'm using it quite a lot, but also I am using in November Hips, the Playful Heart Tarot. I feel drawn to it, and also the Ocean Dry Tarot, which is like a pip deck by Colin. I haven't shown it here, but it's not ready yet. It's just like a pre-Kickstarter, version. It probably will look different. I'm definitely going to use in November this deck, and I'm drawn to work with ancestors, so this is a perfect one to do. I'm going to be definitely using the Animal Woman, but also the Painted Tarot, Oracle of Initiation. I think a lot of the decks will repeat themselves, but we'll see. There's one more that I wanted to mention that I find like so honest and like scary honest sometimes. So if you don't like you know, having like an honest conversation with your cards, you might be disappointed because it can be very full on. And this is the Quiera Magician's deck. I think I pronounced it right, but it's a really great deck. Sometimes I have a question, I just pull one card and just sit with it. This will be great deck for November as well, but I just again use it ongoing. I use it in October a lot, mostly for myself. I haven't used it for any clients. I think it's quite personal, and it just comes with work, you know, it comes with work as well. It's not just intellectual exercise. It also asks you to really challenge your way of thinking or shift your perception. So I got this deck from a swap from a friend here in Croatia, which is lovely, and came in this cute bag. So yeah, this one also interesting deck, interesting book. There's a whole course on it on their website as well. So that's it. This is natural mandarins that just grow around here on trees. So we just go to and pick the mandarins from the trees. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm curious what were your favorites in October. I'm going to go on and check. I'm sure there are a lot of videos on it. I'm a bit late, it's middle of November, but anyway, that's what I thought. I just wanted to record something lighter and share some of my favorites right now. I wish you all the best. We're heading, like, Mars went stations direct right now. It will slowly start moving forward, but I think until winter solstice there's really not much amazing changes. I think it still will be quite intense and quite like full on. But after the winter solstice, when Saturn and Jupiter move into Aquarius and start this new cycle, I think we all will feel shift in energy. And then 2023, 2024, Pluto will move also out of Capricorn into Aquarius. I think this is going to be in some way the completion of whatever we are dealing with now, and that might come with changes in financial systems. It might come with changes in power structures. So we will be still looking out for consequences of whatever 2020 is for us. Collectively, you know. And I think there is nothing like, I mean, it is quite scary, but there is nothing like scary about it, in a sense that, like, we still can participate in the change. We still can make things happen differently. We still can direct this energy. And I think from us right now, it's really important to stay in our center, to really know and get rid of things that don't resonate with us anymore. Really know where we focus our energy, when we put our energy, when we give our, you know, love, care, nurturing. And again, like in the last video, try to notice every day what is not wrong in your life, and focus on that, and, you know, just feel in your body and stay with whatever comes up, which is not easy thing to do. But anyway, all the best to you guys. Much love. Bye.